Wish me good luck for the miles to come in the desert, kitty. Been walking for about an hour. Don't need the headlamp anymore. I'm just realizing I still have it on. I'm supposed to come up on Faucet really quickly, and once I get water there won't be water for 13 and a half miles. So far, it's just boring. You just get barked at by dogs and you're walking on an aqueduct. We'll see how the mid to late morning sun treats us and how strong the wind is. Right now, it's beautiful. It's cool. The plan is to just go as far as I can and see if I have to take a siesta to finish it. There's a few nice bridges to provide shade from what I've ridden far out.
Aber halt nicht hinten. Deswegen ist auch was mit Kragen ganz gut. Den kann man also draufstellen und do the cut again.
It wasn't supposed to be warmer than 80 degrees for a high. Even though we're on an exposed pavement road, it was supposed to be windy. So I went into Hiker Town thinking if I was super motivated and prepared, I could have left last night. I could leave really early this morning, which we did, or I could rest longer and leave tonight. Indy is very intelligent and prepared. He wanted to hike during the day, and he's the one who checked the weather and thought that the temperatures wouldn't be too high and the windy forecast would help. So I thought it would be good to do this with someone, and this is me compromising because it's hard for me not to do whatever I want whenever I want. So I went with his plan. And of course I have parachutes that I could pull if it got to be too hot and I disliked hiking during the day. there are bridges and structures that you can rest under. So once I get to, I think it's Cottonwood, that's where the water is, about 10 and a half miles away, and it'll be about midday. So if I can carry on, I'll carry on. And if I need to stop and rest in the shade, I'll siesta until about 4 or 5, and then hike into the night to get out of here and back into the mountains. But I also bought a very inexpensive umbrella. If I need to, I can experiment with that to see if it helps with the sun. It was $5 at the market, so I don't have high expectations for the umbrella. But we'll see how this goes. It's very early on in the day, and I'm just realizing that this isn't stimulating for me. It's essentially a road walk. I could walk in the dirt, but the views don't change enough. There's only 2 waypoints between here and the water source, intersection with another road and a trail sign. And that's it. So I'm afraid that for me, there's nothing to stimulate me. And you know, somebody else might love it. So it just depends.
With other circumstances, environment.
So today was my first real siesta in the middle of the day at the Aquaducts. We did a night hike, but we lived under a bridge for a short period of time near a windmill farm. And we'll head back out over the bridge that we just hung out underneath for a couple of hours. And the next water source is 6.6. So it didn't seem to matter if we got there early or got there late. It doesn't make a lot of sense to hike past the water source and carry water to wake up without it. So just feeling out the next couple of days. I called Mojave, and they don't seem to be as busy. From one hotel that I spoke to, was availability Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So it's a smaller town, and plenty of hotels, and everything's within walking distance. So I don't have to worry about Tehachapi and Memorial Day and all that. I should be able to get everything I need done and rest if I want to in Mojave. Nothing's changed. It's just much windier. It's about 2 o'clock. It's very boring. So it's a short way to go. Should be to camp between 4 and 5 o'clock, who knows, but for me, it is just a very boring walk on a dirt road in the desert, surrounded by a beautiful mountain landscape and windmills. It's like you're in a painting, but it's an optical illusion where you never get any closer to the end, and you can't really judge how far you have to go. On far out, it looks like we take one left, one right, and then just go straight for 5 miles, going through one piped gate and crossing 11 roads. Well, without trying to exaggerate, the picture did change, but there's always windmills, and you can't tell if there's 3 or 30. The mountain never really gets closer, and I'm halfway there since I last updated it. I've gone 3.5 miles, so there's about 3 left. I still have to cross 4 roads and a tent site before I get to the water, and it'll be in about an hour and a half. The wind could be a lot stronger, but there's been a lot of uphill, and the wind is strong enough to make you feel like it's just pushing you backwards. It feels like you're going uphill in cement shoes in the ocean. And the droning white noise of the windmills is interesting. I don't know how to describe it. Sometimes it feels like someone's talking to you. Other times it's just like it sounds, white noise. If it wasn't for the wind, this might not be a bad place to sleep. You never really walk by them though, and I can't make it up. I still have 3 windmills to walk past, and I feel like I'm at the end of the Truman Show movie. Like if I ever do make it to that mountain where that truck just drove by, it'll just be a green screen with a bunch of producers and directors yelling at me. You can't hike out of the aqueduct. You can't hike out of the windmill farm. Just one more stupid windmill to walk past after this one. That stupid one right there. Hasta luego, windmills. You can't bother me anymore. There's something up there. A bird or a mountain lion. I think it's a hawk. But we made it to the canyon. And this is where everybody is resting. So there's a water source right there. I'm too lazy to get up. But I'll go get some water later after I eat. The trail goes back up there. And this is where the water is. So it only makes sense. This is where the hikers stop.